So we're going to go to proceed while running. And now it's taking us to, it's going to look at the app. Look, it's going to look at the app itself to see how it looks. And it's going to put a screenshot up here. I think that's the dopest thing. Y'all don't understand how dope that is. So this is a screenshot of what the app looks like. Okay. So, okay. It looks like everything. The buttons are a little janky, but we could fix that later. Isn't that dope? So now it says run command so that we could see it. Okay, so it opened it up in the browser. Boom, boom, boom. This is what our app looks like. Yay. Okay, so now let's see if it works. Okay, so now my note title, which I'm still going to use, Mars in Cancer. Okay, Mars in Cancer. Mars in Cancer can bring Mars in Cancer transits can bring unrest amongst communities. I must have my browser set to small text because yeah, I do, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all, because I'm blind. I gotta put 100%. There you go. Okay, so now, and it says enter category. Gonna make that astrology. And first, I'm gonna save the note. There go my note, y'all. There go my note. Okay, but what it didn't do was it's supposed to give me the option to be able to go back and create an article out of it. But let's do it over here again. So let's go Mars and Cancer. So I know I'm gonna have to go back and tell it I need to be able to add these functions to the list of notes too. But let's just go here. Oops, that's wrong. Let's go here and let's copy this and put it here, right? Now I want to generate an article. Okay, so we're generating an article. Oh, I forgot to put a category. Oh, so here's my article. It gave me an article. It gave me a title. It gave me an article. Now I can go in and format it. But remember, I told y'all that I want it to come back formatted. Let's say I don't want to have to format it. It's supposed to be formatted. So I gotta tell the AI I want it to come back in my thing formatted. Okay. So we already got two changes I know I want to make. Even though it gave me this, and I can enter the category again, and I can put astrology, and now I can put save note. Look, it tells me how many characters it was. And I can click save note. So here it is right here. So here go my two notes, right? And I could delete them. Now, here's my issues. There's not a lot of issues. My one issue here is I want to be able to click it and bring the whole article up, right? You got to be able to click it. So, because it just tells you your notes here, but it doesn't, it's no clickable interface to show it to you, right? So I'm going to go back and I'm going to tell it, I'm going to say, looks great, but I have a few issues. I need to be able to click on a saved note and it bring up the notes for editing, right? When it brings up the note, I should have the option of creating an article or summarizing the notes. or deleting it. Okay. So let's give it that so it could fix these issues. Y'all excited? So you see, we finally got to a working one. So it says, I understand your requirements. Let's modify the app to allow editing of saved notes and add the ability to perform AI actions on existing notes. We'll need to make changes to several components. Let's start with updating the main page and move on to note list and note editor components. So I'll click save. And then it says, I apologize. I need to update this to accept new prompts. So it needed more updates that it forgot about. So I click save. The cool thing about this is that you don't just have to make apps for the public. You can make apps to utilize for yourself. You know what I mean? It may be things that you want to do, like a utility that you want to make just for you to be able to do certain things. You know what I mean? And you can create your own apps to do stuff. You don't know how many utility apps I have for cardiology just for myself. You know what I mean? So click save. Okay, so it says review the changes. So now it's going to look, okay, so it did a screenshot and it doesn't see any errors, but we can't see the functionality yet until we try the functionality. So we're going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to click save. So it's going to, I think it's going to send a test itself. Great. We added a sample notes to demonstrate. Okay, look. So it has sample notes to demonstrate. Okay. So you should be able to click on it now and edit a note. So let's see if it does that. And then I want to fix that UI because that's kind of ugly, but let's see. Okay, here we go. Look. Look, we can edit it. It works. It works. It works. Update note, summarize, or generate an article. Bam. So it works. It works. So let's click on this one because this one is short. So let's go generate an article and let's see what happens. It generated an article. But I'm gonna tell it that the article does not come back formatted already from the markup. Yes. So I want it to format it because I don't want to sit here formatting the article. I want it to format. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot. Always try to install your screenshot software. They have browser plugins that do screenshots. This is always going to be super helpful, right? So I'm going to go back and I'm going to go in here. I'm going to add my screenshot and I'm going to say that the content that comes back from OpenAI should already be formatted. Please fix this. And I'm gonna say from the markdown because OpenAI should be sending back markdown, right? So let's click this. And so far, this has cost me $1.50 to build this app. Okay, so let me click run commands. It has to install, I know it's going to have to install the HTML kind of thing to do the conversion. I knew it was going to have to do that. I already knew that, but I'll just, telling it what it did. And I'm going to show you some other things that you can do to it. You could tell it that let's use icons to make it look prettier. If you want to be able to add on, you can go back into the folder. I'll show you. You just go back into the folder. Like you would open the folder to where the app is, and then you just continue from there. It's really easy. So let me click save. There's some errors. It says, okay, it's still an error. Now let me tell you this. This would be a very good thing to do. Before you go and add any new feature, back up the folder, the old version. Okay, create a backup. Now, I didn't create no backup. You know what I mean? So you don't want to be like, I'm going to add something new and then turn around and mess up the whole thing and you don't have a backup to just go back to the new thing. Okay. I think eventually they're going to add the ability to do a backup, but I don't know if it's there right now. It even could be there and I just don't know, but I would make a backup of the folder before I go and add any new features. Okay, so now we click save. I'm almost finished. Click save. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm glad it ended on a positive note. And didn't make a fool out of me. So, okay. All right. There we go. So we got your notes. So let's see now. Let's see if it returns the notes marked up properly. There's an error. So like I said, later on, when you're doing this yourself, let's say you wanted to make it look better, you could change the color. You could say, hey, let's have some icons. And it's going to install an icon library